Never mind how I look right now. Spirit been guiding me to heal, showing me the techniques to do to release physical trauma out of my body. Spirit also just told me that I have been isolated, in a state of isolation, to heal the trauma in my childhood. Realize that the continued trauma that I'm dealing with in my adult life right now, the trauma that I'm dealing with right now is a result of unhealed trauma in the person who is causing the trauma, who caused me the trauma. And it is a result of a snowball effect of the unresolved trauma of the person who was not an active figure in the person's life who is causing me the trauma. And Spirit brought it to me that you actually are the one breaking the generational curse. You are the one that is having to put yourself directly in line of all of this heartache, all of this pain, all of this chaos. In that chaos, will you find peace? And sitting here thinking back on my childhood, realizing the chaotic environment, the unbalanced environment, the looking back with eyes that can see clearly through my experience. I was raised by someone who had very, very intense mental illness, mental issues, and identifying things within myself, I realized that there are some unresolved issues within myself. So, as anyone knows, and on a spiritual level, you must always identify the problem before the problem can be solved. You must acknowledge that there is a problem. So, in doing so, for me, I realized that there is a problem there. I've been actively trying to heal myself, and I had more so been trying to heal those around me. I put myself on the back burner, as I always do, but that's no more, no longer. That's over. But, Spirit is like, you gotta sit your ass down and take care of you. Get to know you again, love you again. You ain't never stopped loving you, but love you again and again and again. Choose you again and again and again. And as for me and my personal situation that I'm dealing with, the situation I have at hand, I'm being deprived of my most precious moments with my son, Nation. And it's difficult. It's difficult. And as we go back, it's cliche, but it's so true. Life ain't happening to you, it's happening for you. And as we all know, we all signed our contracts when we came here. We signed up for these things. We chose this life. So, in that realization, I realized that I chose the challenges that I'm facing. I chose the hardest of the hardest, the things that I could deem for myself to be challenging. I chose these challenges. I chose who I was born to. I chose the life that I was going to live. I chose the destiny that is mine. I chose this body. I chose my whole walk of life. It's all for me to understand and experience the experiences that go along with the things I chose. And I also very well know that I'm protected all along the way. So, I challenge you and myself to go easy on yourself for the rest of this year. You doing exactly what you gotta do. You doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Don't get caught up in thinking that you're supposed to be doing a certain thing by a certain time, trying to keep up with certain people. No, 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 no. If one thing we done learned by now in this spiritual journey is this thing tailored to you. It ain't about keeping up with nobody else or trying to gauge yourself off of somebody else's accomplishments. Because if you've came up in the type of living situations that I have, you were already gauged off of everybody else's accomplishments. So therefore, you must take it easy on yourself. Point blank period. Point blank period. It's tough. It's rough. But understand, overstand, understand, and understand that if anything was taken from you wrongly, if you are in any situation where you are being falsely accused, you're being painted out to be something that you are not, and everybody with eyes can see it. Understand that anything that was taken from you, and I don't care what it is and whatever context it is, if whatever was taken from you, you're going to receive it back double. That's confirmation for me, and I know what Spirit been telling me, and I know the spiritual nudges Spirit been giving me. And when I said what I said about my son being taken from me with the situation, the way he was taken away from me wrongly, Spirit had a way of doing it, because Spirit said anything taken away from you, you're going to gain it back double. And if you know, you know. Spirit been telling me between us. I can't take all the babies that I have. I got a lot more in me too. So, I don't know who this message is for. Somebody out there is going through a situation very similar to my situation. And I pray for you the way I pray for me. The way I pray for everything and everybody. You're going to have clarity in all situations. Your battles are already won. Your feet can rest because you are being carried along your way in the grace of your Creator, Creatrix. May your Heavenly Mother, Father take care of you all the days of your life. And may your experience be full of bliss, be full of abundance, positive abundance. May the plots and the ploys and the plans that come against you fail before they are even a thought formed in the person's mind, in people's mind, in the thing's mind. It won't form, so it will not prosper. We are beyond protected. We have a mission here. We have a thing to do. Create. And don't stop creating. Because my greatest creation, Nation Origine. It's been 3 months. But he ain't been away from me out of my heart one day. One day. He may have physically separated me from my baby. But spiritually, you told your draws. But I just love each and every last one of you all. And I seal that prayer. Amen. Ashe Salah. Peace and blessings to all of you. I love you like I love me. Stay beyond bizarre.